I'm glad that went well.
411 in progress.
Erin Fedette is terrified that she just met a suicide case. Her face was painted so sadly it just brought tears to my eyes, seeing the poor girl, her whole being aching, stuck in one spot and unable to move on. We have to try to save her. Oddly specific, but okay.
Looks like we have a situation.
All right,
here.
the suspect is at the photo studio, standing with his back to the door. He's telling the employees to hurry. To arrest the man.
613 complete.
I gotta remember, I gotta stop, like, read where this is happening to. Clementine Factory. Stepping out for a smoke break, a convenience store owner saw a hooded figure around the corner ducking into a car. At first, the store owner didn't think anything of it, but then the car alarm went off. Let's send Darnell and Nick Spankley. I don't want to send Sarovich to this one. Even though it's supposed to be an easy one, it's just, false alarm, it was the first time she'd seen a professional mime. Jesus Christ. A respectable woman let out a squeaky scream, then a roar right in front of her. A crazy guy in acid wash pants sat down to eat pieces of his own shit while he gave the terrified woman a silly smile. It's just so disgusting. My God, right in front of so many people and the children. The woman can calm down. Yeah, that's kind of out there.
113-311A in progress.
The gravedigger at a funeral struck the grieving father with a shovel. He imagined that the man was giving him a nasty look. A fight immediately broke out. I'm imagining that that's the... because this is the Clementine Confectionery. Right, Clementine Burroughs Factory. I'm gonna guess it was that, like I said. If it's not over here, it's probably gonna be over here. Also learned the man had recently returned from a trip to Japan and he was just enjoying some of the extravagant sweets he brought back.
410 in progress. 311A complete.
Emilio Montez Mendrano, chief suspect in the murder of his wife and her parents, was released on bail and was discussing his defense with his lawyers preparing for the upcoming hearing. The meeting quickly descended into controversy and they'd been shouting at each other for a long time. Then suddenly Mr. Medrano ran out of the conference room only to return a few minutes later with a gun. He shot one of the lawyers in the head and the other started cowering on the ground. The secretary called the police and heard 3 more shots while she was on the phone. 2 squads in the SWAT. We'll take his ass down. Did I? No, I don't need to do anything yet.
Looks like we have a situation
All right.
here.
Emilio Montez Mendrano is standing in the conference hall armed with a gun, his back to the door. He's pushed 2 men into a corner and he's holding them at gunpoint. 2 others are on the floor. One isn't moving and the second is groaning and holding his stomach. We'll taser the bastard.
410 complete.
A group of visiting fans were singing an offensive song called Freeburg, capital of crap, and throwing corn cobs on the field. Our local fans aren't about to put up with that, and a fight has broken out. We're going to need a fair bit here. Let's send 2 cars plus Sajovic. And we'll go from there. I don't need the SWAT team. I mean, it would be nice, but they're busy right now.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant.
All right. Let's send them. Help with that situation.
410C in progress.
Group of 10 students went into the woods to camp for the night. They set up tents, made a fire, drank some alcohol, and sang some songs. Around midnight, they were suddenly attacked by a large man with a bag on his head, wielding a hatchet. One girl managed to reach the road where she flagged down a passing car and called the police right away. The fate of the other students is still unknown. Let's send the 3. Three new frames. It's definitely not this one. We know that. We know it's not 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 that. So if it's not this one, then I'm looking for one where the officer is trying to apprehend him. But I'm confident everything else is right. Just a matter of getting the frames for it. Should just start skipping those. It doesn't take all that long anyways, but... You know what? Let it go.
410C complete.
It's a dangerous situation I don't want to put my cops in. Which is redundant, I know, because that's what our job is to be in dangerous situations. I also know this game likes to shaft me, so... It's more so trying not to get shafted. Day 102, October 24th, Thursday. Tainted blue velvet party cookies can cause convulsions. Interesting. Radio stations face additional attacks. Study finds stray dogs more dangerous than sharks. Apparently we have someone here with a drinking problem. Great. Was it this one? I already forgot where I'm at. I just play random music anyways, don't matter. Definitely on this one. Small business protest from City Hall. Last year, we actively fought against unregistered business activities and great companies who shamelessly use loopholes in the law. We've tightened some rules, making it more difficult for fraudsters to rent business premises and import goods into the city. Of course, they immediately became outraged and threatened to form a protest under the windows of City Hall. We must teach these parasites to respect the law. Permission for the use of force is granted, if required. Alright, small business protest, City Hall parking lot. Around 80 entrepreneurs and representatives of small businesses have surrounded City Hall, shouting, "Rogers is a business killer. We have to send 4 officers, SWAT, and a paddy wagon." Okay, let's send you, and you. Protection. Jack, the mayor is acting illegally in the interests of his friends from the major corporations, which are literally destroying our community's small business. businesses. Many of his initiatives are contrary to federal law, and if the police end up using force, then you'll be the one to take the rap. You better cover your ass in case things get ugly. No, I don't plan to use force here. Fuck the mayor.
311A in progress.
That being said, Iron, Casey, Weaver, Johnson, and Carson. I think it's Casey, the new one. Weaver. Weaver is what I meant.
1312 in
Alright.
progress.
The school principal called in to report an altercation which occurred in the school cafeteria. "Hey you, fat cow, where's your udder?" yelled Miguel to Emma as she passed by his table with her lunch tray. Emma blushed and then lashed out at the offender. The teachers didn't want to interfere. Miguel had it coming. This may be true. Jezebel was walking in the park earlier and saw a strange man dressed in a police uniform. He was going around yelling at people, showing them his gun and threatening everyone. Then he ran over to the dogs and rolled around in the grass. He's clearly not in his right mind, and he was scaring everyone. Frankly, I don't think he's a real cop. Yeah, safe to say.
Officer on scene.
Seeing the police, the man walks up close and salutes. The outfit is obviously from a costume store, but the gun looks real enough. "Officer, you're urgently needed at the police station. I'm afraid it can't wait."
1312.
Nope. Don't suppress the protest by force. Another mission from God that pays absolute garbage, so we're not doing it.
311A complete.
There's no way to refuse these. Yeah, no, it's just closing. "Hello, is this the police? There's a bomb at the elementary school. The person who called in the threat had a high, clear voice, but then there was some interference in the background and the signal was lost." Let's send 2 squads to be safe there. Today, Eddie's Burger is hosting the annual Fry Eating Championship. A police presence is required. That I can do for you, sir.
in progress. 1010A.
A drug addict at the rehab center stole an expensive respirator and locked himself in a closet. The nurse tried to reason with him, but he just hugged the apparatus and insisted it was his property. When the hospital employees tried to help him up, he grabbed a knife from his pocket and stabbed one of them in the shoulder. Jesus. Let's, yeah, one squad should be enough for that. Police searched the school and no bomb was found. A schoolgirl by the name of Lily had decided to disrupt school today in hopes of avoiding a test she hadn't studied for. It's a serious offense.
In progress.
The guard at a large toy store detained a boy who was suspected of theft. I'm sure he stuffed something down his pants, but I couldn't find anything. The little thief won't stop crying. Come over quick.
911. in progress.
Received an anonymous tip today. Later this evening, a large shipment of heroin will arrive in the port. The cargo is well guarded, and according to the source, the drug runners won't be given up without a fight. Of course they won't. Let's send 3 squads if I can. I can't, but that's fine. Damn near 3.
11.
The boy didn't steal anything. The child's mother severely scolded the guard and took his frightened son back home. Yeah, whatever.
412
I want to see if they're gonna. Okay, they didn't. Cool. I wanted to see if they were gonna ask for reinforcements before we took on any more cases. The bar's owner reports that his bartender was attacked by a patron. The bartender refused to serve a customer because he looked too young and wouldn't show his ID. So the guy got mad, jumped over the counter and smashed a bottle of whiskey, and now he's threatening to stab the bartender.
Officer on
Behind the bar is a young guy with a piece of glass in his hand. The frightened bartender is in tears. Hit the man with a nightstick.
412.
See, it's situations like that I find like they have the weirdest options. Like my first option would be try to talk him down, and if he's not going to talk down, then tase him. Them, it was like order a drink, tell him to walk outside, or hit him with the nightstick. And it's like, well, if we move forward with the nightstick, he's just going to stab the bartender and kill the bartender. So like, what are you supposed to choose there? Crowd gathered in the shadow of the casino, chanting slogans recommending the prohibition of gambling in Freiburg. Gambling's a disease, or so they keep repeating. Meanwhile, the casino has hired an athletic group of young men to push back the unruly crowd. Send 3 squads if I can, and it looks like I can. And then we'll send the paddy wagon as well. What we got here? We got 3 new frames. So that's all we know for sure right now. No frames in that homicide case, no frames in that case. If I do another recording session tonight, what will happen is if I can't close out any of the cases, I'm going to consolidate all the detectives and close out some cases that way. Day 103, October 25th, Friday. NGO distributes free condoms in city center. Freiburg employment increased by 9%. Writer Ivan Bykov presents magnum opus. Yeah. City Hall hates me right now, but that's fine. There's my salary. There's money from the mafia.
1010A in progress.
First up, some crazy man in clown suit stopped at a school bus. The driver pulled over and he threw a grenade inside. It didn't explode, but the children are too afraid to move. Yeah, that's terrifying. Send 2 squads over. And the SWAT. Yeah, and the SWAT. Just to be safe. Might be a false alarm, but I don't want to take the chance. 6 drunks had a few too many and started fighting with each other. One of them pulled out a bottle of liquor and smashed it on the pavement, then stabbed his former companion with it. The police were on the line with retired Georgina Miller, who is watching this unfold right outside her front window. I've had enough of these drunk monkeys. They're always so loud, and my favorite television program is about to start. Send 2 squads, because it's 6 people. Children are crying but quietly sitting on the bus. Outside the bus there's a man in a cloud suit giggling. Hey man, the joke's over, let the kids go.
911 in progress.
A man accompanied by a hippie-like girl dragged a rare yellow monkey out of its cage, hid it somewhere, then quickly left the zoo. What do we got? A store employee noticed a woman who resembles the famous swindler Lee Kuan Yew, whose picture has been on TV many times. Let's send 3 just because of Sejovich. Probably going to be a false alarm, but we never know. A man in a clown suit entered a bank, presented the cashier with a check for $250 billion, demanded the cash it. He threatened the bank would face serious consequences if couldn't pay out the entire amount in cash, reported the head of the branch. What's with all these fucking clowns in town? Must be a clown convention or something, man. Shit's weird. The place is mostly empty. A woman wearing sunglasses picks up an orange. I don't even remember what the call was. And please put down the orange. Please put the orange down and remove your glasses. The woman throws an orange at the cops, overturns some boxes, and runs for the back door. Let's run after her. 5 armed robbers broke into the bank and demanded access to the safety deposit boxes. The manager agreed after they shot one of the customers in the leg. During the turmoil, security guard and 5 visitors were able to escape and call the police, but there's still over a dozen hostages inside. Let's send the 3 squads and the SWAT for that one. Just to ensure success. The man in the clown suit was the famous performance artist Sigmund Hammerling. Apparently the check was supposed to warn the public that the financial system is on the verge of collapse. He needs, what, 6 people? Jesus, he's asking for a lot. See what I can do. What am I working for shift A? The double homicide? Yeah. Insurance company's offices are home to a fresh scandal. One of the clients is accusing them of inflating her insurance premium after her husband's death in a car crash. The woman was shaking her fists as she delivered a punishing speech and grabbed one of the agents by the tie and bounced his head off the table. Nice. Alright, let's see about helping our friend here. Mr. Boyd, my vehicle transport vehicle transport companies regularly being attacked by bikers. They lie in wait for a lone truck out in the country, then blow the tires and steal the cargo. They put the last driver in a coma. I found out these bikers hang around Kevin's Throat bar after dark. I want you guys to storm in there and show them the highway to hell, and don't forget to torch their bikes, right? Terrorism. I have to wait on that call. Easy 12 grand. Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to answer that call, but it is what it is. Aaron Griggs noticed a creepy man in the cemetery during a heavy downpour. He was ignoring the rain, just walking with purpose to the graveyard. I think he was planning to attack somebody, but then he just hurried off. I bet it comes out he's some kind of serial killer. Check it out.
311B in progress.
3 plant workers were drinking beer on a bench and started harassing a group of young sportsmen who were talking at the bar. The men started calling the athletes and laughed at them and then threw one into an empty bench. At first, the athletes were ignoring the bullies, but their patience was at an end. One of them grabbed the beer tap and broke a plant worker's head open with a single blow. The 7 athletes then rallied together and started beating up the remaining men. Sent 3 squads, and we'll send the paddy wagon as well. I got 2 new things, but neither of them are the right ones. We know he was unarmed. All I'm looking for is for the policeman to try to arrest him after he shoots this person. But I know none of these frames are right. That's the frustrating part.
1210 complete.
Oh. Suspicious man was a local gravedigger. That's all we needed to know. Place has turned into a real battle. More workers joined in to help their friends from the factory, and the fight expanded to involve several dozen people. Fire several shots in the air and order everyone down on the ground. The fight grinds to a halt and 2 athletes approach the police. The fuck you think you're doing here? We got this. We don't need you. The men look quite menacing, armed with bricks and ironwork. Taser the asshole. Playing no games. Day 104, October 26th, Saturday. Well, I'm going to end it here, and when we come back, we'll continue on. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and say, comment down below, subscribe, share. It helps me out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.